Hey guys, Xeonis here. I'm super excited to finally provide you with something new, not always my standard Dota 2 guides, but today I thought I would do a replay commentary of a game I've been playing. This is an idea that swinged around my head for a very long time, and I'm super excited to finally have found the courage to do it. So this is a replay of a Viper gameplay I've been playing in the new Bloom event, and I had a lot of fun. I was playing with a friend and we pretty much destroyed the enemy team in a very short, around 35-minute game.
30 seconds to battle.
And I thought I would elaborate a bit about the hero, about my gameplay, what went well, what didn't go so well, the typical mistakes you do, because, you know, I am just a standard casual Dota 2 player, but I really like to make these videos and provide you with a little bit of a service, you know, kind of elaborate on things, make the guides, because so far, actually I didn't tell you yet, but it's my 1-year anniversary of my channel that I have been producing Dota 2 guides, and I'm super happy with all the feedback I received. It's really super awesome. And I want to thank you again for your support in the recent months. I have over 2,000 subscribers, and that's also one of the reasons I thought I really should do some more stuff. So let's jump into the game. So I'm playing mid Viper, pretty much standard, against the Storm Spirit. On the other lanes we have Tiny, a Death Prophet, a Vengeful Spirit, and a Witch Doctor. And on the enemy team we have a Pugna, a Lion, an Elder Titan, and a Faceless Void. So overall, if you look at the team composition, we can say that our team has a rather good push capability because of Death Prophet. And for me as a main carry, I am usually not running so much into problems when playing against Storm Spirit. And please, you see now, my last hits were horrible. Actually, I just missed 3 last hits. That should not happen. But overall, I did very well against that Storm Spirit. He couldn't do much, and I got an early Urn and an early Drum of Endurance, and that made me pretty much tanky. So item-wise, I usually like to play with a build that is pretty popular on Steam. So I can quickly show you. Let's go to free camera again. So I use this standard 6.8 Viper build with 3 Iron Branches for better survivability, some Slippers of Agility to make you a little bit more mobile, and the standard health regen stuff. Then in early game I get a Ring of Aquila because of the damage output and the overall agility bonus. You see now he couldn't do much because I'm pretty much tanky also in early game. If nobody ganks me at this point, I should be fine. And then I like to actually use this build because of phase boots. It makes it pretty mobile and also take down enemy players. And the Drum of Endurance for better survivability and damage. And actually, you see now in situational, a mechanism is also a very good choice. Depending on the situation, if you want more survivability for yourself and your team. But yeah, you shouldn't stack mechs, right? So if you build one, your support should build something else. Then I really like to use Urn of Shadows, because then I can just jump right back into the game or also use it on an enemy hero. And you actually also see now here what I do. I really try to harass the Storm Spirit as much as I can. I know he's now going, because he has an early bottle, I know that he went for the rune spot and charged up his bottle again, and I just tried to harass him a little bit. Actually, I also should have checked the rune spot here, so that's always something you should do as a mid player. But overall now I get a decent amount of last hits at the moment. Overall, I think after this game I had a GPM of 580, something like that. But yeah, it could be much better, right? This is just casual average Dota 2, so don't take it too seriously. So yeah, here again, if he comes close, I harass this guy. So if you look at the other lanes, the bottom lane is not doing so well. So we got, I think, already 2 deaths here. If you look at the death count. Okay, 1 death of the Vengeful Spirit. And yeah, 1 of the Witch Doctor on top. But usually that should be fine. If you look at this composition should usually be fine. This is a really nice lockdown hero, and this is a really nice push hero. You know, Death Prophet has a very nice ultimate. Her, how's it called again? Exorcism, that all her spirits run around, so that's pretty cool. So let's jump back to my hero and talk a little bit about my decisions I made during this game. So let's put this away here for now and just follow my gameplay. So I knew that now actually Storm Spirit was missing, and it was a little bit late from my part, because here I should have been there now when the team fight is going off. But my team did just fine, and they actually, yeah, it was kind of a trade-off between Death Prophet and Lion. So overall in early game, maybe if I would have been there, we wouldn't have traded off the Death Prophet, and then we even would have more advantage. And especially in this game, there was one situation where I got a triple kill, and that really changed the entire game, because Aiden was just fed, really. I had the upper hand. So as you can see, I'm building my Ring of Aquila, and I got my Boots of Speed, which I then transform into Phase Boots, because I like the damage output and mobility they give to me. And also, I have to point out now, if I see this replay again, that I did also another little mistake, is that I didn't get my items earlier. I think what the problem was also is that the courier was not available at that time, and then we also had this stupid trade-off, like people would use the courier and we would not communicate very well. And this is now a dangerous situation, because Pugna, he can be a very dangerous hero in mid to late game. Usually he is more like an early to mid game hero, but now he already got 3 kills, and that's putting us in a little bit of a disadvantage if you think about the overall experience gain. So we can maybe quickly check that. So I have to change this quickly, and then we can look at the experience. So for now, you see the Dire has an advantage. So I knew we had to turn this shit around now, right? So either we now turn this game around, or Pugna gets more fed, and for example Lion can then initiate kills for Storm Spirit, and also Faceless Void with his ultimate, with his, what is it called, Chronosphere or something, then it gets really bad, right? But luckily we did pretty much fine. So here I also noticed that now on bottom lane stuff is going on. So actually I had to buy, you see, I had to buy the Flying Courier, so that was kind of a miscommunication on our part. But anyway, I had enough gold, so I said, okay, what the fuck, we really need our items. So I just went for it. And actually here in this situation, I tried to communicate that we should push for a bottom tower, because already we were already sitting, all of us here. But that's also something you have to keep in mind. The more people that are sitting on a lane, the more the experience is split between you guys. Also, if you get some kills, that's fine. But then if you commit to something like this, you really should try to push the towers. Otherwise, I think that doesn't make much sense. But overall, the good thing is Witch Doctor can help us heal up with one of his abilities, and he can also set up kills with his stun. So also in addition, Tiny with his stone, how's it called again? Sorry, I have to check now. So I think I get an easy kill now here. No, I actually missed the kill of Elder Titan, but I get the kill of Pugna, and that was really important. We had to lock down Pugna here. And actually, maybe I could also talk a little bit about his skills, about Viper's skills. I actually also plan to do one of my standard guides soon. So as you can see here, what I try to max out first is Nether Toxin, because that's really nice. It's a passive ability, but actually it enables you to deal bonus damage. So overall the max bonus damage is then 160. So his first skill is Poison Attack. That's actually that's the bread and butter of Viper. So actually you use a combination of your ultimate, where you slow the enemy. This is a very nice slow, and then you just Q, or like when you use the Q for this ability, or you just spam with this ability to then kill the enemy. And usually your mana requirements are not so high. And also if you get an urn, and phase boots you also have more mana regeneration. Sorry, that was not correct. I have to check again on the items before I don't tell you correct stuff. So overall, what I'm building is now the phase boots. So they give you more movement speed and damage. That's important. So overall, you get then more mana regeneration exactly with Urn of Shadows. So this was also a little bit bad from my part here that I didn't go in now, but overall at least I got Storm Spirit. And I could have actually activated my my ultimate maybe on another hero, but I decided to activate it on Storm Spirit for the sole reason that he doesn't escape. And he's also one of the carry heroes. So let's switch back to the player perspective and see what's going on. So now you see the thing I was talking about earlier. I actually tried to get my items, but then Tiny cancelled my career. And that is something that happens a lot and is a bit annoying. So usually when you play together with like 3-4 friends, you should communicate which of your heroes should get items first. And usually you should prioritize the carry heroes, right? Because on them the items are rather important than to get the important stats for pulling off kills, right? So also this back and forth, you know, this going back and forth between the lanes here is also something you should always consider, because when you run out of your lane, you don't gain experience. So if you run off to another lane, you have to think about the fact that you have to kind of get kills, otherwise your experience goes down a lot. So you don't gain as much experience as other players.
Top tower is under attack.
But overall, if you look at the experience and kill count, I can check again. So I got 2 kills, and Pagna got his triple kill, or like at least 3 kills early on. If you look at the overall experience, it's now in our favor because of the 2 team fights we had here on bottom. The good team is now that they make a 3-lane push on top, and I just gain more gold and experience to build my mid-game items like Urn of Shadows. And in my case now, what I also built was then the Drum of Endurance. That's actually the first item then I will build. And that's a really good item for team fights. So let's check back. So I go bottom again because I thought that there is a team fight going on. So I try to help now my team defend bottom. Because now what the enemy team wants to do is kind of a trade-off, because they knew their top tower is falling. That was a very good initiation of Tiny. An easy kill of Lion for me. This was a little bit unnecessary to jump in like that. And then I tried to kill Pagna's ward here, and that was a little bit unnecessary. Actually, maybe I could have just ran around, because here I just gave away an easy kill, right? Actually 2 easy kills, because I didn't realize that Pagna went to the shop and beamed out. I didn't realize that early enough. But the only thing that really counted here was also that we defended bottom lane. And overall, we did a decent job. We traded for Tiny, but yeah. Overall, my reaction here could have been a bit better to save Tiny, because he initiated very well on the 3 enemy heroes. But I think now I died pretty bad. This was unnecessary, because I was low on health. I knew Lion would come back, his ultimate is ready. So this was just a stupid unnecessary death actually. So either I would have gone back to mid, or like got a healing self or something, healed up, or back to base, but this was unnecessary. This was really an unnecessary death. You always think about your positioning and what how it will impact the game, because this was just an obvious easy kill for Lion. So I see again that they try to push bottom. I sell my iron branches that gave me good initial base stats, and I join again the fight on bottom lane. So my Drum of Endurance is soon finished, around like I think 15 minutes. That's okay, but not terrific, right? So let's see what we will do here. the nice thing about Death Prophet is that she is a very nice tower pusher. Here I was a bit afraid. Actually, I could have also gone in here because we were pretty safe. Also, Witch Doctor's heal enables us to push this tower pretty easily. Yeah, and this was just an easy kill now for us. Actually, I wouldn't have even needed my ultimate here because he was locked down in any case. So we get the bottom tower, and now we are at a very good position. That was also a very nice toss of Tiny. Alright, so it's looking pretty good at the moment. And our courier died again. God damn it. What did we do? Yeah, this team fight was also pretty obvious. So... why does it show you there is no courier, but it just ran to me? I think that's a UI bug, I just realized. Because here's the courier, see? And here it shows no courier, whatever. So this is now the key situation. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills. Bam! So this is really the key situation in the game now, because we can actually go back again and look at this. What happened here? So a little bit more. So I activated my drum I just received, so we have more defensive stats. They think they can go in. A very good initiation of Witch Doctor, and then for me it's just getting the kills. Really, it was just a very good team initiation. I didn't have to do much. So Witch Doctor did a very good job here. Although Tiny and Witch Doctor died, the entire enemy team has been wiped out in these last 45 seconds, including the team fight we had here on this second tier top tower, bottom tower. So overall this is now very good for us. So I have to switch back here to free camera to show you. So if you look at the experience, it's like we really turned the game here. So with these kills here we pulled off, we pretty much turned the game now. So that was super important for our win now. Otherwise the game could have stretched probably a bit longer. So let's go back to player perspective. So 15-minute mark, I've got my drum, my urn is in the stash, I will get it soon. So overall, no problem. So overall we are at a very, very good position. Usually what I also... So if I'm at this point, usually what I try to build is now Heart of Tarask. Because like that you're super tanky, you have a lot of health regen, and you're pretty much not easy to kill. So I don't know if you can pull off the kill. No, actually he escapes here, I think. You see, I activated my face boots to use my ultimate, and exactly in that moment he ran away, so that was a little bit stupid. It was really close. But yeah. So, my next item will be Heart of Tarask, because I thought, yeah, come on. 16-minute mark. I'm already at I think 6 kills. I have to check again. So how many kills did I get? 7 kills, 1 death, 3 assists. So if you look at the enemy team, Pagna kind of 5 to 4, yeah. Pagna is the only, I think, only dangerous thing for us, only dangerous hero at the moment for us. But overall, otherwise we should be fine, because Storm Spirit kind of failed in this game. He didn't do much, because if you have a talented Storm Spirit player with a Pagna, I think in this team composition they would have won, because in the beginning you can actually you just have to lock down Viper all the time. So you see what I did here? I activated my drum for better survivability for this team fight, and then it was also very good that Death Prophet activated his ultimate, and we pulled off a very nice triple kill overall for the team.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Storm Spirit tries to go in, get another kill. But you just see, I've got so much damage at the moment that it's no problem. And they could rescue my Witch Doctor. And this was super stupid. I don't know why Faceless White did this here. he tower dived. So this was super retarded. So guys, please don't do this shit.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
this is just super retarded. I think he was just frustrated. Yeah, come on. Like, tower diving like this, not a good idea. Yeah, and yeah, that's true. Actually, Witch Doctor was lucky that he got his healing on, otherwise he would have died in this situation. So I first went now for a vitality booster to make me even more tanky, but you see also, I never have mana problems overall. Usually on Viper, that's not an issue. Also, with these items here I have more damage, overall better attributes. Here plus 50 mana regeneration, plus 6 strength, and the cool thing is I can heal myself, so this is why this is a very good item. And this is also why a lot of carry heroes choose this item. For example, also Pudge benefits very well from this, but Pudge is a really mana hungry hero compared to Viper. You see, I never have mana problems. The only problem I have usually is health. But that's also why I like to get Iron of Shadows for this. So, again another team fight. Nice initiation from Tiny. But I don't think we can pull off the kill here. So the entire team is chasing them and the rest of the team is hanging out in the middle. So, but I think this team fight will be really interesting because here the enemy team failed to initiate. So another easy kill for me, maybe a little bit of a waste of my ultimate. Here I'm a bit afraid, I don't know why. Because I thought Storm Spirit will get me now. But Witch Doctor just played really well.
Dire's middle tower
Actually, he
is
saved my ass here and initiated another kill for me. 2 kills, I think. So this was a very nice execution by the whole team. Because I myself would have died there when Pagna and Storm Spirit would have initiated on me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And here you also see how this team synergizes very well. We have Witch Doctor's heal, we have Death Prophet's ultimate, and we can easily push towers. Anyway, we were just super fat and the game turned into our favor at the 13-minute mark when I got this triple kill.
Has fallen.
And the enemy team couldn't do much about it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, because how this game turned out, now we were pretty much safe. I think I will get the heart at the 25-minute mark, something like that. Because I soon can afford my Reaver. That gives me even more strength, so makes me even more tanky and gives me more damage. So at this point the enemy couldn't do much. If you look at the stats again, I have to switch.
Dire's bottom
So
tower is under attack.
I've got 10 kills, 1 death. Pagna got 7 to 6. Okay. Storm Spirit just failed completely. That's also why they lose the match.
Dire's bottom tower
If you look at experience, clearly now favor, gold, even more. Easy kill for the Witch Doctor and Tiny. So let's switch back to player perspective. Now we push the last bottom tower. And overall at this point we knew that the game was basically
Dire's
won.
bottom tower is under
So we
attack.
kind of only messed around now. Okay, here maybe that was another error of myself, that maybe also Tiny, because he just went in
Dire's
alone
bottom
there.
tower is under attack.
But I think this is now a good example of the ultimate. You see the extreme effect of the slow? This is just insane. And they couldn't kill me. Again. Even when using force stuff, they cannot really run away. Okay, he could. But they nearly died here. Again, nice heal of Witch Doctor that we can push in combination with Death Prophet's ultimate. Perfect. So very good team overall initiation of team fights and
Dire's
tower
bottom
pushes.
tower is Dire's bottom tower
And come on
has
now,
fallen.
4,600 gold. That's pretty decent. Heart of Tarask at 25 minutes, I think. this was a little bit greedy of myself. I think I die here again, I'm not sure. At one point I die again. So overall this match ended for me 16-2. I think everything above 10 is decent. Alright. So game-wise now I think we just pushed, so I can talk a little bit about other stuff. So overall I want to also talk a bit about the channel at this point. So thank you again for your awesome support. And please let me know now how you thought this replay commentary turned out. I really want to get some feedback, and I also want to know if you actually appreciate my replay commentaries of me playing different heroes, because I really enjoy also making these replay commentaries, because here you can talk much more about different aspects during a game, right? You can see now. Okay, I failed, ran into Elder Titan's ultimate, but anyways, what I wanted to say is that overall, in these replay commentaries, you can talk about much more aspects. Because on my guides, it's very limited, right? I have usually my 5-minute formula. I want to make an informative, short guide, talk about heroes. But here I can elaborate much more, also about the team fight dynamics, what goes wrong, what doesn't go wrong. And yeah, as you know, there is so much complexity behind it. Like every decision in Dota 2 has an effect of the entire game. And as you can see, the early game, that was a really nice toss of Tiny. The early game decisions we made, and the fact that we could lock down Pogna, and the fact that Storm Spirit failed, made us actually win. Including the triple kill that I could just execute, because it was so nicely initiated by our team that I didn't have to actually use much skill, right? I just had to use my my poison attack. And also what makes actually Viper so annoying is his passive abilities. His corrosive skin, if somebody attacks you, you take damage. The enemy takes damage, and also like if you attack somebody, he takes damage. And a lot of people have problems actually countering Viper, and I understand that. Like if you're new to the game, you're super annoyed, because also you can play Viper as an offlaner, and then he can also be super annoying, because if you attack him, you always get the effect of his passive. But usually what you could do is try to play heroes like Death Prophet or a Sniper, so heroes that are ranged as well. And you use, for example, Death Prophet's Exorcism. This is also a nice example of the slow again. You see how insane that is, but I couldn't pull off the kill. I was super greedy running around here alone. Sorry, so what I wanted to say is counters to Viper. Yeah, it's you know, as a new player, it's maybe not so easy, but also if you look at it in competitive team play, you don't see Viper as much, I think, because if you're aware of the fact that if he gets fed, it's really hard to kind of kill him, then you just know in early game you have to lock him down. You have to use ranged heroes, like for example Death Prophet with her ultimate, and then you cannot do much. Then you need another hero who locks him down, and boom, you just kill him all the time. And then overall in the game he's just too weak. Yeah, here it's just easy kills now. I'm so tanky with my Heart of Tarask, Urn and Drum, they cannot do much. And I have an overall nice damage output, so easy. And you see, I never have mana problems. You see how fast my mana regens and my health? In combination with Death Prophet, we can just finish this game now. I think the game lasted 34 minutes, something like that. So overall, they just gave up on this point, because they couldn't do anything anymore. We just exploded with our overall experience gain. Yeah, now we're just kind of messing around the last 5 minutes. I know, I also hate that if the enemy does it, right? If you're sitting in your base, you know, fuck, we lost big time and now they're fucking us at the base. Come on, what the hell? But yeah, in the end, if you're in that situation, you also like to do it, right? I think I die now here. I'm not sure. I'm just diving their base now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think now I die. You see now, if the enemy would have done that all the time at the beginning of the game, lock me down and kill me, then we would have lost the game. If the Storm Spirit would have initiated better, and if Pugna would have gotten more experience, then easy peasy, easy game. So wait, I follow here a bit to give you a bit of an overview what's going on here. So let's see. Empty bottle. So you see what he got. He didn't get much items here, so it was pretty much fucked. Also, if you look at Pugna, yeah, Pugna, 4 stuff, power, they don't have anything, you see that. That's why also it was so easy for us to kill them, because they were so underfarmed. They don't have any core, like big core late game items, none of them. Tranquil Boots and Mechanism, wow. And a Tango. They're so fucked. I think they get a kill off here now. So I'm still in the base, waiting for a revive. So then Tiny got again his Scepter. Vengeful, also pretty much fed. This is okay. He supported very well. My friend Noka here. That's also why we could pull off these kills. Do they get the kill? Nice toss, very nice toss. Cool. Yeah, and this is just ridiculous again. I don't know. Why were you wasting your Chronosphere here? This is just pure frustration. Alright, I'm back, so let's switch again to my player perspective. Yeah, we went for Roshan just for the giggles, so... because, yeah, what the hell. It was 30 minutes. We all got our core items, so we were like, we don't give a shit. Just do Roshan, waste a little bit of time, and then finish this game. Yeah, but overall, to talk a little bit more objectively about my gameplay, actually what I didn't do at all, and what was kind of bad of my playstyle, was that I didn't check the rune spots, because that's also very important to not allow Storm Spirit to recharge his bottle, right? So if there is a rune at bottom or top, and so for the newer players, right? I'm explaining this now for the newer players. So if his bottle is empty, he can refill it. So he can use as a first charge the rune that was there, and then he has a full bottle again. And that makes a good Storm Spirit player dangerous, right? So what I should have done is always also spot out what's going on these runes. And I think overall... Oh, this was also a nice toss initiation. I don't know if you get the kill now. But you see, the slow is just ridiculous. The slow is just ridiculous. That's why it makes Viper so annoying. And a lot of people hate Viper. So what I wanted to talk about before was, yeah, spying out rune spots. So that was pretty bad of me. Also, this running around actually was not very beneficial. Overall, it was fine, but the thing was, I was not sure if I wouldn't come down there, if he would have lost, for example, the bottom tower here. That's why I ran around, but that's also the problem. You lose experience when you run around all the time, so you really have to make sure and commit to your decisions and think about it. But overall, it just went fine. Especially the triple kill here was that was the game decision point. If you have different opinions and stuff, just let me know in the comment sections below. I'm always here to learn new stuff. I'm not a guy like, yeah, only my opinion counts, because, yeah, I'm not a super seasoned player. I'm just the average Dota player. So please let me know what you think about, for example, this item build, what you think about my comments. If I talked like bullshit, like rubbish stuff, just let me know. So I can make annotations in the video. Yeah, so I think we're finished soon. So thank you guys for watching this replay commentary. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section below. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so I can make more replay commentaries and guides, and maybe also casts in the future. That's also something I was thinking about. So I train a bit so that for TI4 maybe I can also cast my own games. Like my own point of view from TI4 games. Let's put it that way, right? Yeah, there I was super lucky that it didn't die because we were so greedy jumping into everything. So, but I think this is now the last push because 3 of the enemy guys are down. Okay, also 2 of our guys are down. But yeah, that's safe. Again, a wasted Chronosphere. He just... The problem is he doesn't have any attack speed. The problem is Faceless just would have needed something for attack speed to really be able to pull off the kills here. So overall, we see now that we pretty much won this game. Yeah, pretty decisive. So yeah, thank you again for watching my replay commentary. Please make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and see you guys next time.